Greetings, fellow Pagan Pals. It's Bellarosa here for another episode of My Pagan Pal Crafts and Such, the channel where you can find pagan-related crafts and such, and we're just days away from the first harvest festival, Lammas, Lunasa, whatever you call it and however you celebrate it. Make sure you include this easy DIY harvest corn doll. Here it is, so check it out. To create your harvest corn goddess, start with a warm container of water, break out a packet of corn husk and place some into the container to soak for a few minutes. Remember, everything you need for this project is in the description box below. Grab some newspaper and make a ball the size you want your doll's head to be. By now, your husks should be ready. They are soft, easy to handle, and to manipulate, as opposed to a dry, brittle husk. Stack 2 husks together and tie them at the ends with a piece of twine or yarn. I'm using yarn. Then open, invert it, and place the ball inside. I used 2 layers for added strength and then tied it down to create the head. Next, take out a piece of stem wire. This will act as a skeleton for the arms, so you can move them about any way you wish. Place a piece of husk down with the smaller end facing out and wrap the husk around the wire. Tie it down and repeat on the other side. Now, it was around this time I realized, holy hera, those are some long arms. But no biggie, I just removed the husks from the wire, trimmed the wire and the arms down to my liking, slipped the arms back onto the wire, and then I continued to tie down the other ends of the arms. Sandwich in the arms, working them up to the top to create these shoulders. With some added newspaper, I gave her a little bit more body and then tied it to create a waistline. Now, as far as clothing goes, you could do something like a 1-strap thing or a 2-strap thing, but the wrinkles on the bottom of some husks makes for a really pretty strapless blouse. I created layers with her skirt by tying the crinkled husks upside down to her waist and then flipped it down to add dimension, and for the top layer of her skirt, I just cut the decorative end of the husk and pinned it to her waist. For her hair, tie 2 husks together, invert them and pin them to the top of her head. Next, make even cuts up along the length of her husks, and then take a couple of narrow pieces of husk, wrap them up, and pin them to the back of her head to add more body to her hair. This will make it easy for you to style the hair. Bunch the hair together and tie it in place. Now after that, it's just a matter of pinning the hair back, trimming it, twisting it, pinning it some more until you are satisfied with the overall look. Cut a thin piece of husk to cover the yarn around her neck. Select a paint color for her dress. I chose a watered down white, and then I dry brushed it with a copper paint for an old world look. Then I took brown and black paint for her hair and I highlighted it with some copper paint. For that extra something, I used a gold laced cord and attached the thicker one to her waist and the thinner one to her head for a crown. You can use cloth or even glue down some gems to really jazz it up. Lastly, I took some fresh corn husks I shucked, I made a couple of bundles and pinned them down to her body to give the appearance of her holding them, but you could add a basket and fill it with some goodies from your garden as an offering. Have fun and happy first harvest!
If you like what you saw here today and you want to be kept up to date on the latest episodes, then subscribe now, become a Pagan Pal, like up this video, and I'll see you next time for another episode of My Pagan Pal Crafts and such. Bye!